Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 1, Global Sailing Game. Chapter 1 Global Sailing Game. Wash la la. The waves crashed on the sea. What the is this? Chen Feng was wearing pajamas with a bewildered face, and stepped on the water with his hands and feet to prevent himself from sinking. Shouted that the moon won't sleep, I won't sleep, he just fell asleep in bed after watching short videos all night. Appeared in the sea in the next second and was choked up by the sea water. Fortunately, he could swim, but he just drank a little sea water and had a choking throat. The wind and waves on the sea surface were very small, but the sun was hanging above the head, and the skin of the person tanning was a little tingling. Wiped the seawater on his face, and a prompt sound suddenly sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Welcome to the global sailing game. You will survive on a planet with oceans all over the world. Do your best to collect supplies and upgrade your vehicle, it is your only way to survive. No matter who you encounter, the same kind, monsters, or aliens, please be vigilant, you can only trust yourself in this world. Use your mind to call out your game interface, the functions inside will help you survive, please explore by yourself. You have a 3-day novice protection period. During these 3 days, summon your vehicle. On the vehicle, you will not suffer any damage. 3 days later, a new world will be opened, and danger is slowly approaching. 30 days later, you will face the first natural disaster. Finally, don't worry about the old, the weak, the sick and the disabled, they will be released after the second natural disaster. Chen Feng was at a loss, the sight in front of him, and the hints in his mind were telling him that everything was real. A sea survival game? Forget it, come here, it's a tour. As soon as it comes, let it go. Chen Feng's psychology is strong enough. Born in Qijian orphanage, he has nothing to worry about, and he doesn't have to worry about other people. Now is not the time to complain. From the prompt sound just now, Chen Feng has a general understanding that this is a game of survival at sea. Following the prompt, Chen Feng concentrated and called out the game interface. There are 4 options on the interface. Warehouse, Trade, Manufacture, Chat. And at the top of the interface, there is a row of small characters. Novice protection period, 2 days, 23 hours and 40 minutes. First natural disaster sea storm, 29 days, 23 hours and 40 minutes. It's very similar to some survival minigames I've played before. Chen Feng nodded, not particularly unfamiliar with this interface. S mind moved, and his mind concentrated on Chat. World Chat and Regional Chat appear respectively, please take a look at the Advanced World Chat. Due to the large number of players in the game, in order to purify the chat environment, the system has automatically blocked useless messages such as family search, false, and deception. Where the is this? Why did I pull Xiang Lai so well that I pulled it to the sea and even sat on it? Oh, come on, the end of the world is really coming, ha 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 ha. Who kidnapped me here? I want to call the police, I want to sue him. Help. Help. I can't swim. Gulugulu. Guru +1. You can't swim upstairs, hurry up to open the warehouse and choose to summon a raft. Saved, thank you boss for reminding me to summon the raft, almost drowned me. +1. There are a lot of conversations in the world chat, and each message keeps flashing. Each ID is a real face photo and real name. The chat box below has a reminder of 1-to-1 daily speech, and 4 billion online users. It seems that the world chat can only send 1 message per day. In the current world chat, most of the messages are for help, and there are messages prompting the summoning of the raft vehicle. Chen Feng clicked on Regional Chat again. The messages sent in are similar to the world chat. There is only a prompt, 10,000 online users, behind the chat box below, and there is no prompt for daily speech. There is no limit to the daily speech in that area chat. It seems that the hint is true. Except for the old, the weak, the sick and the disabled, other human beings have crossed over like me. Close the chat, Chen Feng opened the warehouse again. The warehouse has 30 item columns, and there is a plus sign below it, which shows the size of the warehouse that can be upgraded, but the plus sign is now red and cannot be clicked. There are only 2 items in the inventory. Chen Feng looked at it carefully. Rough raft. Level, LV1. Area, 5*10m. Review, it looks broken, but it's actually even more broken. Fishing rod, cannot be upgraded, disappears at the end of the novice period. Function, 1% chance to catch something, 1 minute CD. Review, although there is no hook, but in case a silly fish is willing to take the hook. After looking at it for a while, Chen Feng hurriedly summoned the raft first according to the prompts of others in the world chat. Although you can swim, staying in the water all the time is not a solution. Summon the raft. Chen Feng's hand suddenly lit up with a green light, and a simple raft suddenly appeared and smashed into the sea, splashing Chen Feng's face. After climbed onto the raft, he summoned a fishing rod, the same light flickered, a 2-meter-long wooden fishing rod appeared in his hand, and the fishing line was a hemp rope made of unknown material. Seawater kept seeping out of the cracks of the tattered raft. Chen Feng had a headache. The fishing rod in his hand doesn't even have a hook, let alone a bait. Even if he catches a fish successfully, it is estimated that eating the fish will affect his IQ. Shook his head, Chen Feng continued to observe the game interface. Trade. This function is divided into 2 types. Players can designate a player, and the 2 can trade items with each other. There is also an auction function. Players put the items they sell on the auction, and the person with the highest price wins. No agency fee is charged for the time being. It's just that the game has just started, and there are no items on the auction. There is also a manufacturing. Chen Feng concentrated his thoughts. Barrel, wood, 0 remaining, 4 needed. Harpoon, wood, 0 remaining, 2 needed, iron, 0 remaining, 2 needed. Fishnet, plant fiber, 0 remaining, 10 required. There are many items that can be made, but Chen Feng does not have any of the required materials. After groping for a long time, Chen Feng also had a general understanding of all the functions of this game interface. The novice protection period is only 3 days. According to the prompts, there may be danger after 3 days. And the first natural disaster sea storm will come in 30 days. The sea storm is no joke, not to mention that all players can only survive on a raft now. But right now, there is simply no concern for the impending danger. Pondering the game interface, it has been a long time, and the people are dry with the hot sun overhead. Now, everyone only cares about 2 issues, one is fresh water and the other is food. Open world chat. I'm hungry and thirsty, can someone trade me for some water and food? I'll replace you with plain underwear. Picture of yellowed men's underwear.jpg. Go upstairs. +1. Are rafts and fishing rods in everyone's warehouses? Bah. Forget the raft, can that fishing rod be called a fishing rod? I don't even have a hook. I started fishing just now, and I didn't see anything. I did see a fish, it circled around the rod, spat at me, and went away. I caught a leather shoe, picture.jpg. I caught a piece of rotten wood. 1% catch something. It's not necessarily a fish. The items in the warehouse are all the same. This fishing rod without a hook has caused many people to complain. Now everyone is facing a severe test. Ask, survival at sea, what should I do if there is no water and no food? After being in the sun for a long time, Chen Feng was also very hot, his mouth was bitter, and his stomach began to feel a little hungry. Before, I have watched many survival movies and videos. The most important thing at present is to get water and food as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will be baked by the hot sun and severely lack of water, maybe it will be GG if it can't last for 3 days. Now there is no other way. In the game world, a fishing rod without a hook may really catch fish. Chen Feng can only touch the fishing rod with a 1% chance of triggering. Take out the thick black fishing rod and insert it into the water. Detected the use of probabilistic items, whether to open the 100% probability, the European Emperor talent that money can't buy. New book, please save it a little bit, thank you. End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 2, the probability is 100%, the European Emperor's talent. Chapter 2 100% Probability, European Emperor Talent. Probability 100%. European Emperor Talent. A voice suddenly sounded in Chen Feng's ear, causing him to exclaim. Before crossing, no matter what company it was, Chen Feng had played some games. I don't know if it's black face, playing games, Chen Feng feels that his luck is very bad. Dungeon game, I don't know how many of the enhanced weapons exploded. Card game, there are very few legendary cards, and I have never heard of, WoW Golden Legend. Nostalgic game, Fengjian is always half a face. TMD, the non-chief is talking about people like Chen Feng. Is it enabled? Countdown 5 seconds, no confirmation is regarded as giving up. 5, 4, 3. Yes. 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 On. The urging of the sound brought Chen Feng's attention back and hurriedly answered. Nonsense, Oh Huang is talented, can this be done? Ding, the probability is 100%, Oh Huang talent has been successfully activated. Talent description, talent skills, in the game, when the host uses items with probability, the success rate will reach 100%, and it will take effect immediately. 100%. Chen Feng exclaimed in disbelief, and quickly opened the chat channel to have a look. Except for some distress messages, most of them are complaints about this rod, saying that the chances of it catching something at all are touching. The African chief was in tears, and the European emperor was decadent. Am I the only one with this talent? Chen Feng was ecstatic. No longer caring about others, Chen Feng immediately picked up the fishing rod and let the fishing line float on the water. Prepare to try if this probability is 100% true. After a while, Chen Feng felt that the fishing rod was sinking. There's something. I picked up the fishing rod and saw what I caught. A piece of wood. Evaluation, resources. There is something. Take the wooden block off the fishing line, and the wooden block disappears with a thought, and then look at the warehouse. Wood *1. It's very convenient, but I don't know how many of the same items can be stacked in each inventory slot. Continue fishing, Chen Feng sat on the raft. This fishing rod has a 1-minute cooling time, and it took nearly a minute for Chen Feng to feel that he had caught something. A conch shell. Review, garbage. Continue. An empty plastic bottle. Review, container. A swimming crab. Evaluation, resources. Huh. Did you finally catch something alive? Chen Feng carefully grabbed the back of the swimming crab, for fear of being pinched by him, he said excitedly. This probability is 100%, Oh Huang's talent is true, the fishing rod has only a 1% probability of catching something. Although there are various things, but Chen Feng has caught it a few times just now, and the probability is indeed 100%. Holding back the ecstasy, the African chief finally became the European emperor. The swimming crab can be eaten, but Chen Feng has no habit of eating raw seafood, so he put all the things he just caught into the warehouse. Keep fishing and see if you can catch anything weird. A smelly sock. A rusty iron pipe. An octopus. A pomfret. A large lobster. A kelp. A stout geoduck. A wooden treasure chest. According to the prompt, this fishing rod can only be used during the novice protection period. Once the novice protection period expires, the fishing rod will disappear. Chen Feng has a plan. With a 100% probability, during the 3 days of novice protection, he must use his fishing rod to collect resources as much as possible, and he will not do anything other than eat, drink, sleep, and be a crazy fisherman. The time of the fishing guy always flies very fast. Another half-day passed, the sky gradually darkened, the hot sun disappeared, and the faint moonlight sprinkled on the sea. Chen Feng, who was sitting on the raft, felt dry and hungry, so he had to put away the fishing rod and count the items in the warehouse. There are all kinds of things, and the messy garbage is not to be seen. Wood *46. Iron block *28. Container *16. Plant fiber *30. Aquaculture, 3000 G. Wooden treasure chest *3. These things and garbage only take up 7 inventory slots, and there is still a lot of space. Although there is no fresh water, there is no shortage of food, but if there is no pot or fire, you can't eat it raw. Looking at the crabs, octopuses, lobsters and fish in the aquatic product inventory, Chen Feng was worried. Let's look at the others. This wooden treasure chest should be able to open something else like other games. Chen Feng took out the 3 treasure chests from the warehouse and put them on the raft. Open, *3. A progress bar appeared on the wooden treasure chest in front of him, the 3 seconds was over, and the treasure chest was also opened. Chen Feng looked inside. A bag of tomato seeds. Ice Dew mineral water 550 ml *3. Raft upgrade drawing. Water, finally there is water. After a day of exposure to the sun, Chen Feng's lips were already chapped. At this time, he saw the water and hurriedly unscrewed the bottle cap. Ton. Drink half of it in 4 mouthfuls. I didn't continue drinking. After fishing for a long time, I only got 3 bottles of water. I can't drink it all at once, so I have to save it. After relieved his thirst, Chen Feng put the 3 bottles of water into the warehouse. Tomato seeds. Now there is no soil and no place to plant, so put it in the warehouse first. Raft upgrade drawing. Function, provide materials to make your raft open for level 1 to 10 permissions. Use times, 1. Evaluation, a must-have item in the early stage. Seeing the introduction, Chen Feng immediately clicked to use it. A ray of light flickered on the blueprint, and then the raft beneath his feet swayed. The drawing disappears after use. Chen Feng observed the raft under his feet at this time. Rough raft. Level, LV1. Area, 5*10 m. Upgrades, wood, 46 remaining, 30 needed, plant fiber, 30 remaining, 15 needed. Review, it looks broken, but it's actually even more broken. After staying on this raft for a day, not only is the space small, but it cannot be isolated from the sea water. Chen Feng's lower body is still wet. Upgrade. Chen Feng's voice just fell. The wood and plant fibers in the warehouse were reduced by a part, and the raft under the feet flashed white light, and immediately changed. The area is slightly larger, and the connection of the boards is also slightly denser, so the sea water is not so easy to come up. Rough raft. Level, LV2. Area, 6*12 m. Upgrades, wood, 16 remaining, 30 needed, plant fiber, 15 remaining, 20 needed. Review, looks like a serious raft. Chen Feng, who still wanted to continue to upgrade, found that the materials were not enough, so he had to let go of the upgrade plan first. Game interface. Novice protection period, 2 days, 11 hours, 03 minutes. The first natural disaster sea storm, 29 days, 11 hours and 03 minutes. The countdown to the minute made Chen Feng frown. 3 days later, danger will come, and 30 days later, there will be natural disasters, which is really worrying. In the face of the storm at sea, upgrading the vehicle is the only option. Chen Feng thought to himself, wood and plant fibers seem to be important. World chat. Is there anyone who can help me? I feel like I'm about to die, please take a sip of water. Everyone remember, never drink sea water. Whoever gives you something to eat and drink, after leaving this game, I promise to give you 100 million. Which little brother gave me some water, you can do whatever you want to others. 1 L for 1 L of water, click me to trade if you want. Collect thirst-quenching liquids with a price M, and sell urine. The frequency of news scrolling has slowed down a lot. 1 day has passed, and most people have used their daily speech. Looking at these chat messages, Chen Feng knew that water was still very scarce. A normal person drinks 1,200 milliliters of water a day, and he will die of thirst if he does not drink water for 3 days. Soaking in sea water during the day, coupled with the baking of the sun, directly causes everyone to be like a salted fish that has been sunbaked for a day. In the current situation, it is estimated that I can't last for 2 days without drinking water. The number of people online has gone from 4 billion to 3.8 billion. It has only been 10 hours, and 200 million people have already died. They are all young and middle-aged people. I don't know how they died. Chen Feng was a little shocked. Unless he died of thirst and starvation on the raft, he would not suffer other injuries. There are so many dead now, excluding someone who committed suicide in despair, and the sea in front of him is absolutely unusual. Unless it is a last resort, he can't leave the raft for the time being. Take a look at the auction in transaction. Countless items were hung on the interface, and after more than 10 hours, many people got things. End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 3, Grilled Fish. Chapter 3, Grilled Fish on Iron Plate. Commodity, self-made cheats. Seller, Ma Baogua. Required items, 20 L water. Remarks, young people want to talk about martial arts, survive at sea, and kung fu is really amazing. Chen Feng, you really dare to sell. Product, wood *5. Seller, Zhang San. Required items, water. Remarks, just give as much as you want, one bite will do. Product, abalone *3. Seller, Li Si. Required items, iron block *6. Product, lighter. Seller, Wang Air. Required items, 1 L water. Remarks, don't mess with me, I don't want anything other than water. After browsing for a long time, I finally saw something that Chen Feng wanted. It is estimated that something like a lighter was opened from a treasure chest. In addition to food, water, and fire sources, they are very important materials. But if you want to change 1 L of water, it is impossible. Chen Feng clicked on Wang Air's avatar and chose private. Brother, change your lighter with 200 milliliters of water, okay? Not long after, Chen Feng received a private message. No, it's too little. I'm a lighter. Humans can't live without fire. At least 800 milliliters of water. At this time, do you think water is worth more or a lighter is worth? I only have a 550 milliliters bottle of water. I drank half of it myself, and I still have about 300 milliliters. I can give you a maximum of 220 milliliters. If you don't want it, forget it. Chen Feng certainly won't tell his old bottom. At this time, the water source is definitely the biggest bargaining chip. It took a long time for Chen Feng to receive a private message. You're ruthless, the price is 250 milliliters, and we will trade if you agree. Wang Air's words just finished, a transaction box appeared on Chen Feng's interface. The opponent's inventory is a lighter, and the transaction is being confirmed. Chen Feng took out half of the mineral water he drank, took another sip, and put it on the transaction box, and clicked to confirm the transaction. Successful transaction. Looking at the lighter that suddenly appeared in his hand, Chen Feng smiled. The things that you didn't care about before and were easily available are now precious. The chat channel and trading interface don't have anything that Chen Feng needs for the time being. Open manufacturing. The wooden treasure chest that was opened before was put into the warehouse and turned into wood, with a total of 6 units. Firewood, 22 remaining, 2 required, wood. Evaluation, fully dehydrated wood, 1 can burn for 4 hours. Manufactured successfully, lost 4 wood, gained 2 firewood. Iron basin, 28 remaining, need 2 iron blocks. Review, a container that can be used as both a wash basin and an iron pot. Successful manufacture, lose 4 iron blocks, gain 2 iron pots. Knife, 24 remaining, need 1 iron block. Review, a knife with only 10 centimeters is just right for manicure. Manufactured successfully, lose 1 iron block, gain 1 knife. From the many options of manufacturing, Chen Feng made 5 things with wood and iron blocks. 2 wood fires that can burn together for 8 hours can not only provide light and heat, but also heat food. Knives will be used to process the food for a while. As for why we made 2 iron basins, we have to talk about it. There was still a lot of seawater seeping up on the raft, and the firewood was burned directly on the raft. On the one hand, the raft may have been destroyed, and on the other hand, it may have been burned in half. Therefore, it is best to use an iron basin as a brazier. Another iron basin, Chen Feng, has its own magical effect. Take 4 timbers from the warehouse and put them on the raft, fix them with plant fibers, put an iron pot under it, and take out a firewood and put it in. Finally, place another iron pot on top of the framed wood. Dang dang dang, a simple stove is ready. As soon as the lighter was pressed, the flames burst out, approaching the firewood in the brazier. Hula! The firewood is not as difficult to ignite as it is in the real world. After the flame approached, it ignited suddenly. The fire was not small, and Chen Feng's cheeks were flushed. The night of the sea is different from the daytime. The sea surface is very humid, and the occasional cool wind blows people can't help shivering. Chen Feng estimated that the current temperature should be below 10 degrees Celsius, and he was still wearing thin pajamas. Fortunately, the burning firewood gave him a lot of warmth. After drinking half a bottle of mineral water, I am no longer particularly thirsty. What I want to do now is a seafood dinner. Take a cod from the warehouse and press it on the raft under your feet. This cod was still alive and kicking as soon as it arrived in Chen Feng's hands. It seems that the preservation effect of the warehouse is very good. Cod is a very widespread fish in the ocean, known for its delicious meat and rich nutrition. The cod in Chen Feng's hands is not big, only 30 centimeters long and weighs about a pound. The small scales on its body were gently scraped with a small knife, and then the light white fish belly was broken open, and the internal organs were dug out. Regardless of the garbage classification, he threw the internal organs of the cod into the sea, and cleaned the cod in the sea. Chen Feng cut the cod vertically into 6 small pieces and placed it directly on the already burned smoking iron basin. Zitzizi. The meat of the fish came into contact with the hot iron plate, making a zira sound. After a while, the flesh of the fish curled up under the heat, and the yellowish fat slowly peeled off. Cod fish has a lot of oil, and it will produce a lot of oil after simple frying. There is no edible oil. It is common sense to cook with animal fat, which is why Chen Feng eats cod first. After a while, the flesh of the fish turned golden brown. Chen Feng turned the fish over to one side, and the tangy aroma opened up the taste buds. Tears flowed out of his mouth. I'm not familiar with it yet, I'll endure it again. Swallowed a mouthful of saliva, moved the fish meat around the iron basin, and pushed the separated oil into the middle. Then, he took out a palm-sized octopus from the warehouse. The octopus kept struggling, and several tentacles were wrapped around Chen Feng's arm. Regardless of its resistance, Chen Feng pressed it on the bed, on the basin. Slara. The heated octopus struggled even more fiercely. Chen Feng had to pierce its body with a knife and nail it into the iron basin. Octopus is a kind of seafood with a lot of moisture. After frying for a while, the whole octopus is only half the size of a fist. Although there are no other seasonings, high-end ingredients often only require the simplest cooking methods. The 2 kinds of seafood are grilled, and there is no fishy smell, only a strong fresh fragrance blows on the face. The freshness of the fish and the fragrance of the octopus are perfectly blended, and soon, the self-service barbecue with seafood is completed. This taste is not inferior to any seafood that Chen Feng has eaten before. Buffet. Chen Feng, who had been busy all day, relieved his fatigue, put the prepared food on the raft, and sat down with him. Leaned against the brazier, took out a brand new bottle of ice-dew mineral water, took a sip carefully, and enjoyed the bonfire dinner. The fish meat is extremely tender and smooth, it melts in the mouth with a sip, and a soft taste fills the lips and teeth. Take another bite of the octopus, Q-bomb, bounce the fish away. Far away. This is the most beautiful gift of nature. If it weren't for the fact that he was still floating on the sea, Chen Feng would almost forget that he was surviving at sea. How can you not share such a beautiful moment with others? Chen Feng turned on the screenshot function of the chat channel, and took screenshots of seafood barbecue, mineral water, and bonfire. Change hands and send to world chat, regional chat. Cool sea breeze, raft, bonfire, dinner, what an ordinary night. Picture.jpg. With the sending of this message, the world chat and regional chat suddenly exploded. Chen Feng's personal private messages couldn't stop at all. "Ah, big guy. Do you still have any accessories on your body? Ask for a reward. Me. Qin Shi Huang, fight, eat and drink. TMD, I almost drank urine, and this stuff has been grilled. I'm still eating raw fish. It's killing me. Is this a survival game or a holiday food game? This is old Versailles. Where's my knife? I'll get it. Where's my knife? I'll get it. Keep the formation downstairs. Where's my knife? I'll get it. Keep the formation downstairs." And most of the private messages are threats, intimidation, seduction, deception, begging and the like. In the vast ocean, no matter whether you are a man or a woman, a good person or a bad person, everyone is the same now, and they all live on their own. No one owes anyone. Surviving at sea and taking care of yourself is the key. Ignoring the explosion of chat, Chen Feng took out the fishing rod after he was full and threw it into the sea. 1 plastic bag. I rock. 1 pearl. I don't know how long, the fisherman Chen Feng, who was fighting with his eyelids, finally fell asleep. End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 4, Survival Point and Mall. Chapter 4, Survival Point and Mall. Assessment of material acquisition yesterday. Yesterday's vehicle upgrade evaluation. Survival points for material acquisition, 106. Upgrade to get survival points, 30. Total survival points, 136. The survival point is successfully activated, and the mall system is opened. The level of the mall is related to the vehicle, the level of the vehicle is 1 to 9, the level of the mall is level 1, the level of the vehicle is 10 to 19, the level of the mall is level 2, and so on. Mall's current level, LV1. In a daze, Chen Feng was awakened by a sound. I was fishing yesterday, and I fell asleep while I was fishing. When I opened my eyes, the sun was hanging high. Not much nonsense, got up quickly, rubbed his face with sea water, and kept himself awake. Survival point. Mall. The prompt sounded again, and Chen Feng estimated that it was a new function that met certain requirements. Call out the game interface. Survival point, 136, appears below the countdown above. Click to see it. Survival points are points that are evaluated based on the improvement of survival materials and survival vehicles obtained every day. The statistics are refreshed the next day and can be used to purchase goods in the mall. Chen Feng understands, the materials caught with the fishing rod yesterday and the upgraded raft, today the system has made an evaluation and awarded points. In addition to the contents such as, chat, mall, appeared on the game interface. Curiously clicked to take a look. Mall. Level, LV1. Goods, Novice Welfare Treasure Chest, 98 survival points. Number of purchases, 1/1. Remarks, upgrade your vehicle as soon as possible and increase the level of the mall to unlock more products. There is only one item in the mall now, Chen Feng took a look, it takes 98 survival points to buy it. Take a look at the introduction. Newbie Welfare Treasure Chest. Use, 80% chance to draw 10 supplies, 19% chance to draw props, white, 0.9999% chance to draw props, blue, 0.0001% chance to draw props, purple. Review, you can't afford to buy 98, you can't be fooled, as long as 98, take it home with happiness. Welfare Treasure Chest. Chen Feng pondered. Yesterday, he relied on Oh Huang's talent and used a fishing rod that caught 100% of things. He caught it late at night, and with supplies and upgraded rafts, he got 136 survival points. Others rely on the 1% fishing rod, and the survival point is estimated to be a single digit. This novice welfare treasure chest is very expensive for others. I don't know what to buy, is it worth buying? At present, the level of props is classified according to color, white, blue, purple. Take a look at the chat channel first. Open World Chat. The devil knows how I got to this point. I feel like I can't see the sun tomorrow. Ah. What the is this mall system? The novice welfare treasure box in it actually requires 98 survival points. I only have 8 points. I can buy it in the year of the monkey and the horse month. Survival points. I have 15 points, how many do you have? I have 17. Why are there so many of you? I'm only at 3 o'clock, am I too unlucky? Based on my experience as a TX gamer for many years, there is a high probability that this treasure chest can still yield 80% of the materials. Don't think about other things. Anyway, the survival point can only be used in the mall now, don't you buy it and keep it for the family heirloom? That's right. Get the survival points as soon as possible, and also, collect the water and bring the price M. 1/1 daily speech, 3.6 billion online. Is also right, it seems that survival points can only be used in the mall at present, so why not buy them? Chen Feng nodded and confirmed the purchase. Survival points change rapidly, only 38 points left. There are no more items in the mall, this treasure chest can only be purchased once. Looking at the red treasure chest that appeared out of thin air on the raft, Chen Feng showed a hint of anticipation. Confirm to open, and a 10-second progress bar appears. Using probability props, triggering 100% chance of European Emperor talent. With a ding, a pile of items appeared on the raft, pressing the raft to sink slightly. What? Oh Huang's talent can even affect this kind of treasure chest. Chen Feng shouted in surprise. Originally thought that Oh Huang's talent would only affect items with entries, but I didn't expect that this kind of acquisition-type treasure chest could be affected. Others can only get one kind of item by opening this kind of treasure chest, but Chen Feng suddenly burst out all kinds of items. Chen Feng smiled happily, Oh Huang was so nice, he counted the items in front of him. Wang's Hongwang Ham, 400G, *2. Review, Resources, King of King's Ham, a section more than. Master Kong's Laotan Sauerkraut Beef Noodles, barrel, *5. Review, Resource, this is sour, it is authentic. Big Pear *3. Rating, Resources, hey. Apple. What are you doing Apple? Sunscreen, white. Evaluation, apply on the body to reduce the damage of the sun to you to a certain extent. Beast Taming Scroll, blue. Use, 10% chance to tame an animal. Review, Taming Animals. Is this some magic tool? Seawater Separator, purple. Use, consume firewood, burn seawater, you can get fresh water and coarse salt, 2L, 50G/day. Review, with the seawater separator, my mother no longer has to worry about my life and death. My God, this is so cool. Seeing each one clearly, Chen Feng couldn't close his mouth. Ignore the fruits and food, put them in the warehouse, sunscreen is optional and not used for the time being. Beast Taming Scroll. 10% chance. Well, it is a 100% probability, artifact, find an animal to try when you have time. This seawater separator is a good thing. Looked at the installation of multiple tubes and glassware in front of him. The separator is less than a meter high, and above it is a semi-enclosed glass frame much like a fish tank, and below it is a stove for adding firewood. The construction is very simple and foolproof. Made of firewood, put it in and lit it, and filled it with an empty plastic bottle full of seawater. After a while, the seawater in the glass tank began to boil, and fresh water and some coarse salt particles appeared in the smaller glass tanks on both sides. Chen Feng quickly took it with an empty bottle. Distilled fresh water 20 ml. Review, drinking water with poor taste. Rough salt 2G. Review, it can meet the needs of the human body, but the taste, like the armpits of summer. In just a while, a lot of fresh water and salt were separated, and Chen Feng was very happy. The food reserve in the warehouse is very sufficient, that is, there is very little fresh water. Now the problem of water has been solved, and incidentally, the problem of salt can also be solved, perfect. After a while, a lot of fresh water was separated. The water is still scalding hot, so don't waste firewood. Hot water should serve as hot water. Chen Feng took out a bucket of Master Kong's Laotan sauerkraut beef noodles. Put all the seasonings, add a piece of ham sausage, and pour hot water into it. The sour aroma of the sauerkraut bun is mouth-watering. Closed the lid obsessively and waited 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Snapped open the lid. Wow, this is sour, it's authentic. Chat channel. Screenshot, send. Hey, ham instant noodles for breakfast, what an unhealthy eating habit. Picture.jpg. Ah, big brother Chen Feng is in Versailles again. Where's my knife? I'll get it. Boss, when you finish eating, can you trade this instant noodles to me? I want to drink some soup. Upstairs. Don't throw away the soup after you've finished drinking it, give me a lick of the empty box, and the little kid next door will cry. The two fairy operations made Chen Feng known to the whole world. Hee, in the game world, this feels really good. Chen Feng smiled lightly, ate the soup and noodles cleanly, licked the box again, and finally put the empty box into the warehouse. Container +1. There is no shortage of food and water, now is the time to upgrade the raft. Go to the toilet first, then go fishing later, and get more wood and plant fibers. The current supplies are not enough to upgrade the raft. Chen Feng felt a burst of consensus from the rice field. There is no toilet on this raft, so I can only put it aside and hold the raft tightly with my hands to prevent myself from falling. Just when Chen Feng was clear, a triangular dorsal fin in the distance was riding the wind and waves, quickly approaching. End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 5, Shark. Chapter 5 Sharks. Rose petals fall in front of you one by one. I don't know when to form a habit, if I don't sing something, I feel like I can't pull it out. Chen Feng sang leisurely, feeling the trouble of not having toilet paper from time to time. Gradually, in addition to the sound of plop plop, Chen Feng also heard the sound of splashing water. And on the calm sea, the ripples are getting bigger and bigger. I'm this big? Thinking that the fall caused the reaction of the sea, Chen Feng was surprised and wanted to look back. But when Chen Feng's eyes turned halfway, his peripheral vision faintly swept to a triangular, small flag, on the sea and quickly approached. Shark, shark, asterisk asterisk. Just when Chen Feng was in a daze, the underwater creatures rushed out of the water. Water splashed around, and Chen Feng could vaguely see that there were 2 rows of blood-red fangs in a huge mouth. Is coming towards his Snow White. Oh God! If you bite into it, it turns into 2 slices of bread for breakfast. Before he could lift his pants, Chen Feng hurriedly rushed towards the middle of the raft. At this moment, I only felt that the time was slowing down, and the mouth was a little short after all, and it slid over Chen Feng's skin. Dangerously dodged, Chen Feng sat on the raft and looked back. This is a great white shark with a bluish-gray back and white underside and abdomen. Judging from its size, it is estimated to be about 3 meters in length. Frightened, Chen Feng could only say, "Fuck." The great white shark failed to hit and sank into the sea. After leaving a distance, it rushed over again. Looking at its appearance, it seemed like it was about to crash the raft. Chen Feng subconsciously took 2 steps back. 3 seconds later, the great white shark has come to the front. With a sound of bang, a white light actually lit up on the raft, enclosing Chen Feng and the raft like a ball. The great white shark stunned himself a bit, froze on the sea, staring at Chen Feng blankly, not knowing why. The novice protection triggered, successfully resisted an attack. Call. Chen Feng breathed a sigh of relief. The great white shark that suddenly appeared almost didn't swallow him. Fortunately, it is still in the novice protection period of the game, and it is absolutely safe on the raft. Yuan %at Yuan, and %you almost made our 2 brothers separate. Put up his pants first, put away the dangling big sword, Chen Feng pointed at the dazed great white shark and cursed. Which ordinary person can stand such stimulation? The great white shark also reacted, and seemed to know the weirdness of the raft, and suffocated into the sea water. But from its dorsal fin sticking out of the sea, it was known that it didn't give up and kept wandering nearby. After a while, Chen Feng calmed down and observed. Hungry great white shark. Review, He is a little cutie who likes to grind his teeth. Yes, it's him. What can I do? Looking at the great white shark wandering in the distance, Chen Feng frowned. Where did the shark come from? Looking at its appearance, it seems to be exhausted to the end. Novice protection period, 1 day, 18 hours and 32 minutes. The novice protection period is running out. Once the time is up, what should the great white shark do before it leaves? Have to find a way to kill or drive it away. Right, beast taming scroll. Chen Feng suddenly remembered the blue props that came out of the novice treasure chest, and took it out first to take a look. Doesn't it mean that animals can be tamed? A light blue leather scroll appeared in his hand. Beast taming scroll, blue. Use, 10% chance to tame an animal. Review, taming animals. Is this some magic tool? Trigger O Huang talent, the probability is modified to 100%. Tips: when using this item, the user needs to stick the scroll on the animal to be tamed for 3 seconds, and it will take effect. No animal is detected now. Stick it with your hand. Looking at the scroll in his hand, Chen Feng swallowed. I thought it was some kind of high-end props. People stick to it with their hands. Which idiot planned to come up with it? Question: how many steps does it take to tame a shark? 1. Take out the beast taming scroll. 2nd, put it on the shark. 3. A sliding shovel. Let's give up this idea first. Chen Feng reluctantly put the scroll into the warehouse, or think of other ways. Sit in the middle of the raft and dare not approach the edge of the raft. From yesterday to now, the online number of the entire game has become 3.6 billion, and 400 million people have died. Chen Feng estimated that most of these people gave up using fishing rods because of lack of food and water sources, and jumped into the sea to catch fish, wanting to try their luck. The absolute safety on the raft makes everyone ignore the ferocious large predators in the sea. As a result, you will not be able to get up directly. I wonder if other players also encountered sharks, and how did they solve it? Chen Feng clicked on manufacturing, and wanted to see what tools there were to deal with great white sharks. Harpoon: no, it is useless to poke it, it will only make him more fierce. Fishing net: no, fishing nets made of plant fibers are easily torn off. Short knife: 30 cm long, it may be useful, but which normal person has the courage to take a short knife and dare to go into the sea and stab a shark? Thinking about it, Chen Feng felt that it is better to upgrade the raft now, and then see if there are any better tools or weapons in the trade. I fished for a long time last night. Now I will check the warehouse. Wood *53. Stone *7. Iron block *29. Container *19. Plant fiber *19. Aquaculture, 4121 g. Food, 2000 g. Fresh water, 1250 ml. Wooden treasure chest *2. Tomato seeds. Sunscreen. The 2 wooden treasure chests were opened and got 300 g bread, and lighter. The upgrade materials are still a little bit worse. Go to trade to see. Most of the trading and auction columns still sell resources, and most of them need water and food. As for the weapons sold, most of them are general weapons such as knives, and Chen Feng is not interested. Wood *15. Required items, 100 milliliters fresh water. Bought this. Plant fiber *10. What you need, 150 milliliters water. Buy this too. Chen Feng traded 2 items. Upgrading rafts, wood and plant fibers are important materials. Raft upgrade blueprints are opened from wooden treasure chests. There are billions of people in the world, and there must be a lot of people who have upgrade blueprints. The natural disaster after 30 days has also made many players have a sense of crisis. After the food and water sources are guaranteed, the prices of wood and plant fibers will also increase. But the value of water and food is still the highest. Fortunately, Chen Feng opened a seawater separator from the novice treasure chest. At present, it is estimated that he is the only one in the whole world who has no trouble drinking water. Others can only obtain water by opening the treasure chest or making a simple distillation device. Fresh water and food will be Chen Feng's biggest bargaining chip. Register information on the auction column. Product, freshwater 1L. Seller, Chen Feng. Required items, wood, plant fiber, weapons. Remarks, for specific private chats, if you don't reply, you are not satisfied with the quantity. Product, aquatic food 3000 g. Seller, Chen Feng. Required items, wood, plant fiber, weapons. Remarks, for specific private chats, if you don't reply, you will be dissatisfied with the quantity. The two sale news just hung up, and Chen Feng's private message flashed. End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 6, Trade. Chapter 6 Trading. Because fresh water can be produced continuously, it is not very short for Chen Feng. So I put all the fresh water left in the warehouse on the auction. Food is still reserved. Some of the more troublesome seafood are also hung up to 3 kilograms. Leave some instant noodles, ham and pear bread, which are very convenient foods. Looking at the private messages, Chen Feng closed some useless nonsense private messages and picked out some useful observations. Chen Feng, please turn it over, I have 10 units of wood, I wonder if I can replace it with 80 milliliters of fresh water. This is a little more expensive, but within the acceptable range. Chen Feng didn't bother to bargain, so he directly confirmed the transaction with him. Hello, I have a fine iron harpoon, and I want to exchange you for 2000 g of seafood. The man also posted the attributes of the prop after he finished speaking. Refined iron harpoon, 2 meters long, hard texture. Evaluation, I am serious. Chen Feng shook his head and replied, I don't need it for now. This spear is a good tool for experienced fishermen. But for Chen Feng, who has a 100% probability of a fishing rod, he does not need it at present, and he is asking too much. Continue flipping through. In the end, after spending 2000 g of food and 550 milliliters of fresh water, Chen Feng traded a lot of wood and plant fibers, but he didn't like any weapons. Now the materials needed to upgrade the raft are wood *188, plant fiber *95. Fully meet the needs of the upgrade. Upgrade. Looking at the properties of the raft under his feet, Chen Feng gave a light drink. Brush, 3 white lights flashed. Directly upgraded the raft to 3 levels. Ordinary raft. Level, LV5. Area, 8*16 m. Upgrades, wood, 48 remaining, 70 needed, plant fiber, 20 remaining, 35 needed. Review, although the raft has gotten bigger, it's still a raft. After 3 levels in a row, the materials for the next level up are again insufficient. The area of the current raft is 128 square meters, which is larger than Chen Feng's previous house, and the raft looks much thicker as a whole, which gives Chen Feng a lot of security. Even if the novice protection period is over, it is not so easy for this great white shark to break up the raft. No trading for the time being, and Chen Feng's resources are not particularly large. Chen Feng tentatively walked to the edge of the raft. The great white shark in the distance was just wandering there, but it didn't come, but it didn't leave either. It seems that it is planning to boil the eagle with Chen Feng. Continue to add some seawater to the seawater separator. Chen Feng sat on the edge of the raft, took out his fishing rod, and continued fishing. As long as it doesn't stick its body out of the raft, the great white shark won't rush over either. While fishing, he sent messages in the chat channel. Everyone, since everyone's time traveled to the present, I'm relatively well developed. I believe I should have some say. I know that everyone is very short of food and water, but I have to tell everyone, don't leave unless you have to. Raft, the sea is more dangerous than we thought. Great White Shark.jpg, ham on bread.jpg. The world channel is posted once, and the regional channel is posted 10 times. Chen Feng did this, just as a human being, a kind reminder to the same kind. My God, is that shark fin? It looks delicious. You are out of nothing. Darkness Chinsung. Imagining out of thin air. Fabricating out of thin air. Speechless and speechless. There is no hope for. Thank you for the reminder, Mr. Chen Feng. I still want to go into the sea to catch fish today. The broken fishing rod is too unreliable. I didn't expect there are sharks in the sea. I have to be more careful. Hey, hey, hey. If you post a picture of a shark, then why is there a picture of a hot dog in the back? Ah, shark. Come on, shark, I'm going crazy. Come and let me eat a shark. Upstairs is a wolf. Quick, where's my killing Chinfeng Dao? I'll get it. Looking at everyone's replies, he didn't seem to care. Chinfeng smiled lightly, reminding him already, as for the attitude of others, he can't control it. In the state of boring fishing, Chinfeng casually flips through the new private messages that he has not read yet. A private message from a female player named Zhou Lingrui attracted Chinfeng. Of course it's not because of the beauty of other people's avatars without makeup, bah. Would you click in if you don't see their avatars? LSP. Hello Chinfeng, I saw the transaction you listed in the auction. I have something that is a weapon here. I don't know if you are interested. Below, it was pitch black. Equipment textures. Solar paralysis electric baton, white. There is a 5% chance to trigger the paralysis state for 5 seconds. Evaluation, after charging for 5 hours and discharging for 5 seconds, the feeling of electric shock has gradually appeared. Chinfeng suddenly became interested when he saw the introduction. I saw so many weapons and items in the auction column, all of which have no color suffix. Her weapon is actually white. And there are actually entries. Chinfeng was ecstatic when he saw this probability entry. He had to win this weapon, no matter how low the probability was, it was 100% for him. After thinking for a while, Chinfeng replied. This weapon is average. It's too tasteless. It only has a 5% chance of paralysis. What do you want to change? After a while, Zhou Lingrui's avatar flashed. Although it's tasteless, it should have some effect. For example, well, I want to change to 3L of water. Zhou Lingrui stammered, she really couldn't think of what the paralyzing effect that only had a 5% probability could do. She also tried it herself. She charged the battery for 5 hours in the sun, and tried to charge the fish by putting it in the water, but it could only be charged for 5 seconds, and it had no effect after several times. Instead, it took several hours in vain. Hee, you know it's very tasteless, 3L is impossible, I don't have 3L myself, I can give at most 1L. Zhou Lingrui hesitated for a long time before continuing to reply, at least it is also a white weapon, 1,500 milliliters of fresh water, plus a hot dog you just ate. Looking at the message in the chat box, Chinfeng couldn't help but smile. If you want to eat sausage, tell me earlier. Okay, I'll trade with you tonight, I'm still busy. Chinfeng will definitely take this solar paralysis electric baton, but now there are only a few hundred milliliters of fresh water in the warehouse, and it can only be traded after the seawater separator produces more fresh water at night. So Chinfeng first found an excuse to perfunctory. Oh, good boss. Zhou Lingrui knew that Chinfeng had posted a picture of a shark just now, and guessed that he was fighting wits with a shark and was a ruthless man. After she got Chinfeng's affirmative reply, she was still delighted, so she didn't dare to bother. After she replied, there was no news. Chinfeng filled some seawater into the seawater separator. Water builds, and fish catches. A coral. A conch. 1 clam. Chinfeng looked at the great white shark wandering in the distance, thinking about the plan slowly in his heart. End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 7, Crazy Testing on the Edge of Death. Chapter 7, Crazy Temptation on the Edge of Death. It is impossible to kill this shark in Chinfeng's current state. I can't drive away, I can't fight, but I can't, what can I do? I can only think of a way to keep it as a little brother, maybe it can also be used to pull the raft. Theoretically, as long as you get the solar paralysis electric baton, rely on the 100% successful paralysis effect for 5 seconds, and then stick the animal taming scroll to the great white shark. After 3 seconds, the great white shark can be successfully tamed. Of course, the error must not exceed 2 seconds. It is very difficult. After a second delay, maybe a wave of fish will be sent to the shark. Maybe the great white shark will say, "Old Iron 666. Love you so much." Chen Feng smacking his lips, the ideal is very plump, but the reality is very skinny. Water can conduct electricity, but the farther the distance, the worse the effect. Maybe when using the solar paralysis electric baton, you need to guide the shark to the vicinity, otherwise the effect will not reach 5 seconds, then it will be troublesome. Get the electric baton and talk about it. The hot sun continues to bake, there is no shade over the sea, and the moisture is lost quickly. After drinking some fresh water, Chen Feng suddenly remembered that the warehouse still has an artifact that is necessary for a summer outdoors. Boreal sunscreen. Usage, milky white liquid, where it is sun-coated. I used to hate Chen Feng who used some bottles and jars, but now I have to open the bottle cap and squeeze a big lump in my hand. Randomly apply on exposed skin. Although it was a little greasy, the skin immediately felt a cool feeling. Continue fishing until evening. The setting sun connects the sea and the sky, and the whole world is reflected in light red. Hey, the sunset is infinitely good, but there are sharks. The novice fishing rod with a 100% success rate collected a lot of materials for Chen Feng again. After all that was stored in the warehouse, there were still 3 or 4 items left in the 30-slot inventory. Resources, such as wood, food, etc., can only be stacked up to 100 pieces. If it exceeds, you must use the second item slot. The plus sign for upgrade cannot be clicked. It is estimated that some special items are needed. Look at seawater separators. Chen Feng used 2 plastic bottles to take out the prepared fresh water and rough table salt respectively. After more than 10 hours, there are 1,200 milliliters of fresh water and 29 g of rough table salt. In addition, there are 450 milliliters left in the warehouse, enough fresh water. Use the remaining bread to put your own ham sausage, Zhou Lingrui privately. There is fresh water, and there are hot dogs. Is the electric baton still there? About 2 seconds after the news, Zhou Lingrui's avatar flashed. I'm here, I'll trade with you right away. On a broken raft, a girl with a slender figure and beautiful facial features could still be seen sitting on it, although she looked embarrassed. Zhou Lingrui seems to have been waiting, and the speed of replying messages is very fast. Chen Feng took the initiative to apply for the transaction and hung up 1,500 milliliters of fresh water and a hot dog made of bread and ham. At the same time, Zhou Lingrui was also seen placing a black electric baton of white quality on the trading column. After the transaction was successful, Zhou Lingrui sent another message, "Brother Chen Feng, thank you so much, I haven't eaten anything serious in the past 2 days. If there are still trading opportunities in the future, please take care of me. The transaction is successful, you get the solar paralysis electric baton, white. It's okay, everyone takes what they need." Chen Feng replied. The title changed from a big brother to a brother, and Zhou Lingrui revealed between the lines that she wanted to shorten the distance between herself and Chen Feng. But she didn't mention it clearly, maybe her existing dignity made it difficult for her to speak. Chen Feng didn't think too much, and carefully observed the weapon in his hand. Paralyzing solar electric bat, white 5% chance to trigger paralysis for 5 seconds. Evaluation, after charging for 5 hours and discharging for 5 seconds, the feeling of electric shock has gradually appeared. Reminder, the current power is sufficient, please keep close to the target when using it, and when using it underwater, please ensure that the target is within 3 meters, and you must get out of the water to avoid accidental injury. Probability item detected, triggering Ohuang talent, the probability is modified to 100%. Within 3 meters of water. Chen Feng licked his lips, this distance is a bit difficult to control. Put away the fishing rod, Chen Feng slowly approached the edge of the raft. The great white shark in the distance also looked at Chen Feng all the time. After seeing him approaching the edge, it obviously swam towards the raft for a while and got closer. But it didn't get too close. When it hit the raft before, there was a white light curtain blocking it. It knew that it would not work if it rushed over. It was waiting for the opportunity, like a hungry wolf on the grassland. Sample. It's so clever. Chen Feng couldn't help but scolded when he saw that the shark didn't see the rabbit and didn't throw the eagle. Forget it, reluctant to let the child catch the wolf, Chen Feng was cruel and slowly squatted down. Rolled up his trousers, his furry calves sticking out of the raft and sliding on the sea. Come on, little shark, come and play. Wave. Chen Feng is a real wave. The great white shark couldn't hold back, and rushed over again, at a very fast speed. Hoo-hoo. The dorsal fin like a fan quickly cut through the sea water, and when the great white shark approached, it opened its mouth and bit it. No, it's too fast. Chen Feng wanted to shove the electric baton into the sea when the great white shark rushed over, but just as he was about to do it, he found a huge mouth appearing in front of him. It was too late, the great white shark was too fast, and Chen Feng could only retract his legs angrily. Duong. The novice protection triggered, successfully resisted an attack. The white light ball wrapped the raft again, and the great white shark returned without success. Angrily set off a wave of waves, splashed Chen Feng, and swam away again. Bah, it's quite naughty. Chen Feng said unhappily, spitting out the seawater in his mouth. Extend your legs out of the raft again. Then play music, then wave. It seemed that he felt Chen Feng's provocation, and the great white shark turned his head and rushed over again. So fast. It was too late to plug in the baton again. Duong. The novice protection triggered, successfully resisted an attack. Hey, I can't bite. Jaws left again. Chen Feng stretched his legs out of the raft again. You. Come here. Duong. The novice protection triggered, successfully resisted an attack. I can't eat. Standing on the raft, Chen Feng directly lifted his trouser legs to his thighs and dangled them. The great white shark seems to have gone mad. This time, it didn't leave. It was madly biting the white light curtain outside the raft, but it didn't have any effect. Seeing this, Chen Feng didn't stretch out his legs again. At such a close distance, he couldn't get them back if he stretched them out. In a hurry. It's in a hurry. The great white shark hit it many times to no avail. Suddenly, it swam back more than 10 meters, increasing the sprint distance, and preparing for a violent wave. Good chance. Did not stretch out his legs to lure, but the great white shark pulled away and collided actively. For Chen Feng, this was a rare opportunity. Quickly insert the electric baton into the water and wait for the great white shark to approach quickly. 10 meters. 8 meters. 5 meters. 3 meters. Go. Pikachu. Is there anyone, Jie? End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 8, come. Be good. Give you a big mouth. Chapter 8 is coming. Be good. Give you a big mouth. Chen Feng vigorously pressed the button on the solar paralysis electric baton. One after another silver-white electric light spread out like a spider web, radiating a range of 3 meters. Caw. The great white shark that rushed over suddenly twitched, and an unknown strange scream came out of its mouth, and the whites of its 2 small eyes rolled out, falling into a state of paralysis. With inertia, the great white shark still hit the edge of the raft, but at this time it did not bite. Paralyzed state for 5 seconds. It's now. The great white shark is right in front of you, within your reach. Chen Feng took the animal taming scroll from the warehouse and pressed it on its smooth back. Beast taming scroll in use, success rate 10%. Probability item detected, modification probability is 100%. 2 different prompts sounded in Chen Feng's mind at the same time. Countdown 3.2. Hurry up. Chen Feng shouted anxiously. The paralyzed state lasted for 5 seconds, and it was about 2 seconds after he pressed the animal taming scroll, and he didn't know if he could tame it successfully. Just when Chen Feng felt that the great white shark in front of him gradually stopped shaking, and was about to wake up, another prompt finally sounded. Successful taming, name your partner. After hearing the prompt of success, Chen Feng breathed a sigh of relief, but he still couldn't believe it, so he retreated to the center of the raft first. The paralyzed state of the great white shark in front of him has disappeared. At this moment, the storm in its eyes has long disappeared, and some are only mild. Is circling the raft in the sea, wagging its tail. I wanted to eat Chen Feng's it just now, but now it's as docile as a Shiba Inu, and its mouth doesn't look so ferocious anymore, instead it has a naive feeling. What a big change, you. Chen Feng looked at the great white shark, which was like two sharks, and muttered, it should be tamed successfully. The beast taming scroll disappears after use. This item is a one-time consumable item. At this time, Chen Feng took a closer look at the great white shark, and the introduction of the game came out. Pet, great white shark, unnamed. Description: great white sharks who have just grown up can understand the master's words and are very hungry at this time. Loyalty, 50%, once the loyalty is lower than 1%, you will defect and maybe eat you. Review: my master looks so good. Is there any such thing as loyalty? Mosua held his chin. Chen Feng was a little speechless. Took out 4 or 5 pomfret from the warehouse and shook it in his hand. Do you want to eat? The great white shark on the side of stopped circling suddenly, raised the huge fish head out of the water, and clicked twice humanely, with a hint of anxiety in his eyes. Here it is. Threw the pomfret in his hand, and the great white shark opened his mouth wide and caught all of them without leaking, which seemed very flexible. After finished eating, the great white shark still looked at Chen Feng eagerly, and wanted to ask for it. Your pet thinks that these few fish are too few and not enough to stuff your teeth. NND, 4 are enough for me to eat for a day. Chen Feng reluctantly continued to feed the big eater from the seafood from the warehouse. The more he fed, the more he fed. In the end, there were about a dozen sharks. The shark was still hungry, but his loyalty increased to 55%. I don't have much left, you can go to sea to hunt for food later. Chen Feng stopped feeding. The ghost knows how much adult great white sharks eat in one meal. Feed it like this, it will be eaten in the warehouse, it is better to let it hunt by itself. If you can eat so much, I'll call you Xiao Pang. Chen Feng nodded, feeling that he was a genius for naming names. Named successfully, great white shark named, Little Fatty. After got his own name, Xiao Pang looked very excited, and he set off a lot of waves. Little Fatty, follow my orders and follow my gestures. Chen Feng pointed his finger in one direction, wanting to see how high Xiaopeng's IQ is. Left, right, forward, backward. Xiaopeng swam back and forth in the sea according to Chen Feng's instructions, very fast. Yes, I will make a hemp rope in the future, so that the chubby can be the driver, and the raft will not have to drift with the wind. Chen Feng nodded secretly, and finally thought of the biggest role of Xiaopeng. Come on. Little Fatty, come here a little bit. Chen Feng smiled. The little chubby approached and was very gentle to Chen Feng. Come be good. When Little Fatty swam to his feet, Chen Feng, who had a benevolent face, suddenly raised his hand high. Is like Grandma Wolf baring her fangs. I'll give you a big mouth. PFF, a slap slapped Xiao Chuan's head, making a muffled sound. NND, you bit me before and almost scared me to death. My brothers almost broke up. After confirming that Xiaopeng was successfully tamed, Chen Feng became bold and vented his anger in the morning. Ka, is that what the shark is called? Little Fatty looked at Chen Feng blankly, not knowing why. Chen Feng is the first person ever to dare to give a shark a big mouth. Little Fatty's loyalty is reduced by 1%, current loyalty, 54%. This reduces loyalty. Chen Feng pouted, scared, and threw him a few small fish to bring his loyalty back. Go to the sea to hunt by yourself and come back tomorrow morning. Waved his hand. His own food is not enough for it to eat, it is better to let it prey on its own. Got Chen Feng's order, and the already hungry and fainted chubby plunged into the water, not knowing where to hunt for food. Next, it's the happiest time of the day. Chen Feng rubbed his hands and put away the solar paralysis electric baton on the side. After using it once, this thing is completely dead. It is really tasteless. It needs to be recharged for 5 hours before it can be used. Now that the moon is out, there is no way to charge it. Take it out and charge it tomorrow. Took out the simple stove from the warehouse again. Come on, today's theme, self-service seafood hot pot. Pour the remaining fresh water into the iron basin. Anyway, there is a seawater separator, so there is no need to worry about fresh water. I have a lot of fresh water, I just don't think about it, I just play. The iron basin is not big, and the water depth is about 5 centimeters. Light the firewood, the temperature is very high, and the water quickly boils. Goo! Chen Feng looked at the bottom of the rolling clear soup pot, first grabbed a swimming crab, gave it a bath, and then took out 2 10-centimeter long sea prawns and let them swim in it. Then take out a piece of wakame, cut it into several pieces with a knife, cut 2 ham sausages, and put them in. Add some coarse table salt at the end. In order for the hot pot to taste good, the experience of blanching is indispensable. First add the meat and then the vegetarian, just a little less vinegar. Crab and prawns are delicious and vegetarian ham is in the middle. Although there is no seasoning, the taste is quack. Watching the shells of swimming crabs and shrimp slowly turn red, Chen Feng knew that he could eat them, so he caught a shrimp first. Hot hot hot. Hoo-hoo, he blew the shrimp in his hand twice, and touched the earlobe again. Chen Feng slowly tore the sea shrimp's clothes. White. Truth. Saliva is dripping. 3 minutes later, Chen Feng is over. Dinner is over. Oops, I didn't post on Moments today. Patted his thigh, Chen Feng said with some annoyance. End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 9, Alliance. Chapter 9 Alliance. Assessment of material acquisition yesterday. Yesterday's vehicle upgrade evaluation. Survival points for material acquisition, 153. Upgrade to get survival points, 90. Total survival points, 243 plus 38 equals 281. Chen Feng ate and drank well yesterday, and fished late at night. The next morning, the system prompt sounded on time. Plus the remaining 38 points from the novice welfare chest purchased before, there are 281 points together. It's just that the current mall is LV1. After buying the novice treasure chest, there is nothing else to buy, so you can only save it first. To upgrade the level of the mall, you also need to upgrade the vehicle. I hope that the level 2 mall will have something worth looking forward to. Chen Feng opened the chat channel and saw that the number of online users in the world channel had increased from 3.6 billion to 3.4 billion, and the 10,000 people in the regional channel had also become 8,342. Did you die so much again? Suddenly there is a feeling of being hurt by something. If it wasn't for luck and the help of a plug-in, I would have died of thirst and starvation now. But now is not the time to be sad. Yesterday's chubby attack raised Chen Feng's vigilance. The next time I get attacked, I don't have another beast taming scroll to use, so I should improve my attack method. On the game interface, Novice Protection Period, 23 hours and 13 minutes. Wait for the end of the Novice Protection Period, and there will be no more white ball protection. As the saying goes, if you don't keep guns, you'll be robbed sooner or later. This time it's a shark, next time the ghost knows what it is. Chen Feng first looked at the chat message. Many people have solved the problem of water and food. The 1% probability of novice fishing rod is low, but after 2 days, you can catch a lot of things. If you are lucky enough to catch a treasure chest, you can directly open fresh water, and food, or upgrade raft blueprints, etc. There are also survival experts who have suggested the production of a simple distilled fresh water device in the chat, and fishermen with fishing experience have suggested that, manufacture, can make fishing nets and harvest some seafood. Worst of all, some people can survive by drinking urine. Although he can barely make ends meet, he can hold on anyway. The food and water sources have been solved. Everyone knows that the raft has been upgraded. Some people open the treasure chest to get the blueprint of the upgraded raft, and some get it through trading. Almost everyone starts to upgrade the raft. Upgrading the raft also requires a lot of wood and plant fibers, and only fishing with fishing rods is still very small. The entire trading market is currently in a state of short supply, causing the prices of wood and plant fibers to skyrocket. In the past, 100 milliliters of water can exchange 15 units of wood, but now 1 L of water can be exchanged. Chen Feng has also seen transaction, and the price is simply outrageous. There are still nearly 2 L of fresh water and 8,000 G of food in the warehouse, and the fishing rod will disappear within a day. Without this artifact, Chen Feng might also be in a dilemma of lack of food, so food can't be traded, but water can be traded. But Chen Feng doesn't plan to buy any more wood now. The level of the raft has reached level 5. Whether it is size or hardness, it is definitely a lot ahead of others. Now he is very interested in the various items in the trading column. I especially want to see props with white or above quality. These props may have entries. If it is an entry with a probability of existence, for Chen Feng, it is the most perfect prop. But there are some basic props in the transaction, and there are no colored props at all. Side, Chen Feng did not continue to browse, and directly listed the transaction on the auction. Product, freshwater 1L. Seller, Chen Feng. Required items, all kinds of props, as long as the white quality is above. Note, no, do not disturb. Most of the white quality props have special effects. If the person who gets them is not short of water and food, they will not trade for the time being, so after Chen Feng posted the auction information, no one privately messaged him. The dull day has begun again, which is also the last day of the novice protection period. After eating a bucket of instant noodles and a big pear, Chen Feng added a firewood to the seawater separator in the center of the raft, added some seawater, and placed the solar paralysis electric stick on dry ground to absorb sunlight for charging. He sat on the edge of the raft and continued to fish. Not long after, the sea surface was bubbling, and a huge great white shark emerged from the water. Hanin's head rubbed against Chen Feng's calf hanging on the edge of the raft. Presumably it was full, Chen Feng patted its head and signaled it to be alert around. There is such a powerful pet, which can protect Chen Feng's safety. The sun is getting higher and higher, and the sun is getting more and more poisonous. After applying some sunscreen, Chen Feng suddenly became interested in a private message sent by a person. The profile picture of the person who sent the message was a middle-aged man named Tang Yucheng. He was about 40 years old. He looked mature and stable and very friendly. Chen Feng remembered him. Before crossing, he seemed to be an executive of some company. He was very famous in Nanjing City, where Chen Feng was located. He was considered a rich and powerful person. "Hello, brother Chen Feng, I'm Tang Yucheng. I believe you have heard of me. I want to talk to you about something. Please reply when you receive it." "Hello, what's the matter?" Chen Feng knew very little about Tang Yucheng. He only knew that he was a very famous person in Nanjing City. Out of curiosity, Chen Feng replied. "It's great to see your reply. I saw the news of my brother twice in the World and the regional channel, which really shocked me. I accidentally found out that you and I happen to be in the same area, so I found it. Yours." After a while, Tang Yucheng replied. Chen Feng did not reply. The two previous messages in the chat channel must have made many people remember him. Looking at Tang Yucheng's news, they knew that he must have something to say. "I don't know, did brother Chen Feng find any features of regional channels? Characteristics? I haven't noticed it." Mr. Tang might as well speak directly. "It's been 2 days since I came to this world, and after 2 days of research, I can be sure that the people in this regional channel are almost all citizens of Nanjing City. The world is still in the same region in terms of location." Chen Feng was a little surprised. He hadn't paid attention to other people in the area. As long as everyone sent a message, they could see their avatars and real names, but before, Chen Feng was really an otaku, and he didn't have any friends and didn't know anyone else. "It's normal. Even if he is from the south, does this have anything to do with me?" Chen Feng replied, not knowing what Tang Yucheng meant. "Hee, brother Chen Feng, what I mean is, we are all from the same ethnic group and from Nanjing City. In the face of the current difficulties, we should help each other and support each other in order to tide over the difficulties. I am considered one in Nanjing City. Celebrities, with my reputation, can also gain everyone's trust, so I specially organized an alliance. Everyone helps each other, and wants everyone to survive. Now I specially invite you to join. I don't know what you think." End of this chapter. Global Voyage, my probability is 100%. Chapter 10, Reject. Chapter 10 Rejection. Join an alliance? Chen Feng was a little surprised. What's the use of joining the alliance at this time? Everyone can't see each other in this vast sea. How can we support each other? Seeing that Chen Feng did not reply for a long time, Tang Yuqing continued to send a private message: join the alliance. When you urgently need food and fresh water, the alliance will give you some supplies if conditions permit. It will definitely not hurt you. Oh. This is a very good condition. Looking at the private message, Chen Feng thought to himself what Tang Yuqing meant. But there is no free lunch in the world. Now everyone has crossed over to the sea, without the constraints of legal rules. Even if there are good-hearted people, Chen Feng will not easily believe it at this time, and replied, joining the alliance requires me to do it. What? So, is brother Chen Feng willing to join the alliance? This is naturally the best. The original intention of my alliance is to help each other and ensure that people in our area can survive and avoid casualties. Now, more than 1,000 people have agreed to join the alliance. If you are short of food, fresh water, tools and weapons for survival, etc., I will gather everyone's strength and give you some materials through trade on the game interface, but if you are rich in materials, you need to turn in temporary supplies through trade. The unused materials will be handed over to the Alliance for unified management, distributed to those who need them most, and will be returned to you when you need them. Brother Chen Feng seems to be very rich at present. Wouldn't it be better to hand over some of them to the Alliance and let me help those who are more difficult? Looking at a large paragraph of words in the chat box, Chen Feng sneered, thinking. Is waiting for me here. Unified management? Is it because I found out that I have extra materials and I am very good in terms of living conditions, and you want to hit me with materials? Chen Feng has been an orphan since he was a child, and he deeply understands a truth. There is no sudden kindness, and there is no good person in desperation. This Tang Yuqing is by no means a simple person. Chen Feng shook his head and continued to reply, sorry, I don't have much supplies, and I don't need to join the alliance, thank you for your kindness. Brother Chen Feng, the layout is small, I hope you don't think too much, the materials are not for me personally, but to help more people, so, don't be in a hurry to refuse, think more, when do you want to join the alliance, we are always welcome. Tang Yuqing saw that Chen Feng refused, and hurriedly replied, and he did not say anything to death, but left room for it. Chen Feng closed the game interface and did not continue to reply. Hand over the supplies? This is simply impossible. Even if Tang Yuqing had a high reputation and could be regarded as a trustworthy person before the time travel, that was only before the time travel. Besides, the amount of materials obtained is directly related to the survival points rewarded by the system on the second day. If you give the materials to others, you will definitely not get survival points. Survival points are currently used to buy novice treasure chests in the mall, but in the future the mall level will be higher, in case there are other functions. In this world, it is difficult to protect itself, and who can guarantee Tang Yuqing's character? And Chen Feng is not lacking in materials at present, and it is not rare to join this so-called alliance. Chen Feng has never had the habit of giving his life to others. Shook his head, as if this was an episode, and the novice protection period was running out. After the novice protection period is over, it is not known what danger awaits humans. In the face of unknown dangers, we still have to be prepared and be prepared. Apart from the solar paralysis electric baton, Chen Feng really doesn't have any other special weapons. Selected from the manufacture for a while. Successfully manufactured short knife, lose 2 iron blocks, gain a short knife. The fishing net is successfully manufactured, lose 10 plant fibers and get a fishing net. The short knife can be used for self-defense, and the fishing net may be useful after the novice fishing rod disappears. Right, but I forgot about Fatty. Chen Feng touched the chubby who was wandering back and forth beside the raft, and smiled, this is a real beast. Its body more than 3 meters long and a mouth the size of a basin is enough to deal with general dangers. Continue to fish and collect supplies. On a calm sea, a middle-aged man in a suit was standing on a very huge raft, which seemed to be at least tens of square meters in size. This man was Tang Yucheng, who had privately messaged Chen Feng before. At this time, his face was gloomy, and he was sending a private message to someone. Failed, he doesn't agree. Oh. Is that so? I didn't expect this kid to be quite clever. Leave him alone. Anyway, we have already attracted thousands of people, and the materials in our hands are definitely far more than others. Okay, go find other people and try to get more supplies. Food, fresh water, weapons, wood and plant fibers are the key points. Well, you too, we give priority to upgrading our raft. I have often seen ferocious creatures in the sea these 2 days, and it is still in the novice protection period. Once the protection period is over, only high-level rafts can guarantee our safety. Okay, what about the ordinary members of the Alliance? Those who are dying of starvation and thirst are given away casually. As for wood, plant fibers, iron blocks and weapons, they must be kept and not lost. Okay. Time flies, and there is less than the last day of the 3-day novice protection period. The human beings who have crossed into this world have also died out by hundreds of millions during the protection period. Once the novice protection period is over, the number of deaths may skyrocket. After another busy day, Chen Feng packed up today's harvest and simply ate some food. At this time, I no longer have the heart to share my food in the chat channel, and the night falls, but I can't sleep. Novice protection period, 6 hours 02 minutes. In a few hours, danger is about to come. Chat channel. Collect wood. Harvest plant fiber. The price is fair, and the black heart is thick. Early tomorrow morning, the novice protection period will end. We have all seen the dangers in the sea. There are countless sharks in groups. Now there is a white aperture protection, and it will be gone tomorrow. Everyone must upgrade their rafts. Any kind-hearted person send me some wood, my raft is only level 1, I am panicking now. Ah. I still haven't even got, upgrade raft blueprint, I'm cracked. Hee, Lord, please bless me, amen. My leg was eaten by a shark, it hurts me to death. What? Bah. All bulls, ghosts, snakes and gods are paper tigers. Billions of players, some are confident, some are desperate, some are indifferent, some are wagging their tails for pity, and some are doing the last crazy. Tomorrow, everything will be revealed. End of this chapter.